This is Corsair Cove, guys. I've had this in my library, the demo, for a good 2 months or so. I played it for 10 minutes and just was instantly, nah, not for me. But today I thought I'll give it another blast, sink it a couple of hours in and just see where it goes. And I've come to the same conclusion that it's just not for me. I love city builders. This is a city builder about pirates. But I couldn't get immersed in it because women. Now, I don't mind women in games. I even voluntarily play women characters in some PvP games. But when the pirates, I'm sorry, I just cannot accept women pirates. I know there was a couple in history, and I mean like a couple, 2 or 3. And none of them were very famous, apart from on the BBC when they're very, very, very famous. Oh, I found my bell. I lost the bell in the stream. The stream I did the other afternoon, but I found it again. Yeah, good news. And I'm not going to go into the history of women's pirates. I already did it in that Ubisoft game, so if you want to hear what I think about women pirates, I'll go into the history a bit in that, so watch that. But anyway, it's got all that in. I can't get immersed in that. And then you got the city building aspect. You shipwrecked kind of on this island after you've been beaten by a female pirate. Shut up, we get the idea. And so you're rebuilding on this island, about 20 of you, all pirates. And the novelty of this game is that you're building up rather than on the flat land, because you're on this little tiny bit of land, but there's cliffs everywhere, so you build on the cliffs. And it's not the first city builder to build up. I've played a few, I've reviewed a couple that do that. But this oozes atmosphere on the city building side. It looks fantastic as you start building up the cliffs with all your buildings and connecting them all with roads, and it really does look good. And the idea is you build a little pier on this island, and then you start building ships. You get more pirates coming in through events that happen in the world where you get a chance to take on more people. You got to build houses for them, satisfy their needs. You know, you've done it 1,000 times before in your city building games. But then the novelty of this is you go out on your ship and you do tasks, quests, and you have this vendetta going against this woman who was the one who shipwrecked her in the first place. The ship combat is garbage, absolutely ghastly. It's like a card game, but a poor card game. It's awful, really. I mean, why couldn't they just do ship-to-ship battles like, you know, Sid Meier's Pirates did 1 billion years ago? Why can't we have something like that? That would have been so much better and not that hard to do. But this method in this was a massive turn-off for me. In fact, it was the final nail in this game's coffin for me. I wasn't massively engrossed in the building. It was all right, but it was nothing great. The combat, was awful. And the cast, voices and all of that, and story didn't float me boat either. See what I did there? So, yeah. People have asked us to take a look at this, so I have, and this is my first impressions of this game. And I know if I played it for another 10 hours, I still wouldn't like it anymore. It's just one of them things that you either kind of love it or you hate it. And I don't hate it, actually. I just don't really like it that much, certainly not enough to keep playing it, which is a shame because it does look nice. It runs fine as well. It just doesn't have that piratey feel that I wanted. You know, it just doesn't. Big shame. But it's very positive on Steam, doing well. I think it's at 90%. Clearly a good game if you like that kind of thing. There's a demo. I'll put the link in the description if you want to just try the demo first. I strongly suggest you do. See you later.